Welcome back to the class on human resource management. We were talking about various types of benefits. I'm sorry we couldn't finish one part, so I'll get to it first and then we'll move on to separation. So, let's get on with it. Some resources here, some sources, some books that I've referred to. Again, I have gone through the book by Briscoe, Schuler and Klaus, but I have not actively taken anything from it. So, you will not see references to this book in these slides, but I have studied it. So, it is imperative that I put it on here. The other book that I have referred to is by Gomez, Mejia, Balkin and Cardy, and it is a very good book and I have been following it, and you can also buy it. It is freely available in the market if you need it. Somebody had asked me if a soft copy was available. I am not aware of any website that sells soft copies, but I really do not know. But if you come across one, please let me know through the forum. Okay. So, we were talking about some time off. One of the benefits that I would have liked to cover in the last lecture, but was not able to, was this concept of sick leave. Now, sick leave provides full pay for each day that an employee experiences a short term illness or disability that interferes with his or her ability to perform the job. We are all aware of this concept of sick leave. It is a benefit that has been mandated by law, and so, we are required as employers to give our employees some time for recovering from any illnesses. We are all humans, we fall ill. How do we as human resources managers manage sick leave? We may institute wellness pay programs. Wellness pay programs are provide incentives for people who do not fall sick. The big problem with wellness pay programs is the ethical issues. Falling sick most of the times is inadvertent. I can understand if this is due to negligence of one's health. One can still give incentives to people who maintain their health and who take the necessary precautions. But a lot of times something as simple as the flu is going around, you do whatever you need to do, you cover your head, nose, throat, everything, and you still get the bug and you are down with high fever for the next 4 or 5 days. You should not be penalized. Or or looking at it conversely, somebody who's younger and who has a better immune system than you, just because their constitution is such, should not be rewarded additionally. So, again there is an ethical issue regarding this, but this is one of the things that organizations do. But yes, they can institute some wellness programs, they can encourage people to stay healthy and stay well. Okay, flexible working hours to help employees balance work and personal lives and family needs. We all fall sick, we all have family needs, we all need to take achieve this the work life balance that we talk about so often. And if we are given an opportunity to achieve this balance, our commitment to the organization increases and the stress we take on ourselves that can result in health related issues comes down. So, it is a chain reaction. If I as an employee am feeling comfortable with the way my organization treats me, if my organization allows me some flexible hours to take care of some personal crises, I do not feel stressed on that count, and if I do not take on that stress, the overall level of stress comes down and I stay healthier for a longer time. I do not need one more problem in addition to the ones that I already have to deal with. So, that always helps, it keeps people committed. Accruing sick leave as encashable leave is another thing we do. I mean, this is a very slippery slope to be on. So, but many organizations have this concept of having sick leave days, a certain number of days that one can collect as sick leave, and you let them collect this sick leave. If they do not fall sick in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and in the 4th year they suddenly have a medical emergency for which they need to be absent for a month, they should be allowed to do that up to a certain point. So, many organizations allow this, and this helps us tide over our medical emergencies. So, and many organizations also allow you to encash this accrued sick leave when you leave the organization, either at the time of retirement or at the time of moving to another organization. So, if you have accrued it, you can encash it. It is not really a reward for staying well. It's just something that you did not need to use, it's a benefit. Provision of casual leave. Now, a lot of organizations in the West, particularly in the West, I've heard, I don't know firsthand, but I've heard that they do not allow people very much time for personal work. So, you know, they have strict categories of leaves, and if you say one day you're just feeling low, you're not officially depressed, and one day you know your productivity will not be very high, you just need to take some time off to recharge your batteries. In India, we have this concept of casual leave, and in the government sector, in some organizations, we are allowed one casual leave per month, which I think is quite okay. And you know, of course, we have to give advance notice. We can't be permitted casual leave when there is emergency, when there are things to be delivered. But if everything else is taken care of, my boss may permit me to take that day off, you know, just to recharge my batteries. I just want to stay at home and read. I'm tired, I'm running around, weather is bad, this, that. I just need to sit at home and do some personal things or just rest. So that is what we call as casual leave. You allow people personal days off and they will not fall sick. Otherwise, the stress accumulates and one day you just crash. So it's always helpful to have this kind of leave. Let's come to the topic for today, employee separation. Separation occurs when an employee ceases to be a member of the organization. Separation occurs when you physically move away from the company. Either you stop working or you move on to another organization. Turnover rate is a measure of the rate at which employees leave the firm. These are some concepts. Turnover also refers to the amount of revenue generated by an organization, but in human resources terms, turnover rates refer to the number of people or the rate at which the employees leave the firm. How many people come and go over a period of 1 year, 3 months, whatever your measure is. Benefits of employee separations are reduced labor costs. Believe it or not, again, you know, you say you're being very mean when you say this, but when senior employees who are drawing a very high salary leave the organization, you hire junior employees, and the person who moves into the position occupied by a very senior employee, you know, when this whole chain shifts up, the person who moves into that position of a very senior employee who is leaving the organization, that person does not get the high salary immediately. There is some lag. The person has to go through the ranks, maybe spend some time and then reach the point, or maybe even cross the point of that high salary. But at that time, for a few months, you know, everybody is starting afresh. People are moving into senior positions and you get a new person in, training costs included. Your total cost of running the operation could go down very briefly for a few months. Or when employees leave voluntarily, we give people additional work, but we don't pay them the salary of an additional person. So we all take on a little bit of extra work, no benefits, no additional benefits included, maybe partially, but the overall cost of running the operation goes down and we manage. So the labor costs may go down. Replacement of poor performance is another benefit of separation. We have to ask the underperforming employees to leave. Okay, poor performance is always a drain on the organization's resources, on the organization's morale, on the organization's productivity, profitability. So we need to have people move on. People who are not performing should either leave on their own or be asked to leave, and it always helps the organization. The other thing is increased innovation. We may become very redundant. You know what, the ideas we have in an organization that we serve for a long time start getting repeated. When we get fresh blood in, when we get people who've been exposed to a lot of different things into our organization, newer things happen. They bring with them newer experiences, newer ideas. So the place doesn't become stagnant. It is a requirement. To prevent the stagnancy, there is a requirement in some of the IITs and I believe some of the IIMs where they do not immediately recruit their own PhD students as faculty. You have to go out After you earn your PhD, you are required to gain at least 3 to 5 years of experience in another organization, either in a research role or in a teaching role, and then you come back to your parent organization. Many of us would like to continue in the place where we earned our PhDs from, because it's our comfort zone, we know the teachers, we have family. But many IITs and IIMs don't allow this, for the simple reason that people become stagnant. The same ideas are going on and on, we are doing the same kind of research in the exact same manner, we are dealing with things in the same manner, so no innovation takes place. When people leave the organization, newer people come in who have different experiences, and that results in newer things, newer ways of doing things, and that adds a lot of richness to what you produce. You could go in directions that you did not know about before, and it provides an opportunity for greater diversity. Some costs involved in employee separations, again we have discussed this at when we were discussing recruitment. So, I will not go too much into it, just a little revision for you. When people leave the organization, there is a cost involved with recruitment, there is a cost involved with selection, there is some cost involved in training the new employees, and there is a separation cost in which you have to pay benefits, you have to give the person salary, you have to give them some separation benefits. You also need to cover the cost of unemployment insurance. I will tell you what that is in a minute. You would need to have, in some organizations you are required to have an exit interview, so it takes time away. So, people need sit down and then they tell the company why they are leaving, what they felt about the company, and that is called the exit interview. You may need to help them with outplacement, which is what the armed forces do. So, you have outplacement assistance. So, as they are getting ready to leave, you have re-employment or outplacement kind of help that you give to them. You say, okay, your skills are redundant, but since you have been such a good worker, we will help you get placed, but that also costs money. And there is a position that is vacant where work does not get done, and we have discussed these earlier. So, I will not go into too much detail now. Okay. Some types of separation. There could be voluntary separation and there could be involuntary separation. Voluntary separation occurs when an employee decides for personal or professional reasons to end the relationship with the employer. You say retirement is not voluntary separation. Well, it is on the border. It's on it's on the fence. You are required by law to leave the place of work. We do not want to leave the place of work because we enjoy it so much, but then when we are 65 or 60 or 58, whatever your retirement age you go and you join your place of work knowing that this is the age at which you will be required to leave. So, that is, it counts as voluntary separation. Quitting is another one. You may decide to take voluntary retirement, and that also counts as voluntary separation. You decide, quitting, I leave the job and move on to either stop working or move on to something better. Involuntary separation occurs when the management decides to terminate its relationship with an employee due to economic necessity or poor fit between the employee and the organization. I am sorry for the inconsistency, it should be either 1 and 2 or A and B. Anyway, so how do you decide? You may decide to discharge the employee due to poor fit. Poor fit is poor performance or unacceptable behavior. So, that is when you decide to ask the employee to leave, or you may want to lay off a whole bunch of employees, or you may need to downsize, or as we say these days, right size due to necessity to cut costs and improve efficiency by reallocation of responsibility among current employees. You do not need the skills that these employees had. I have given you the example of technology, the storage devices, for example. It is such a wonderful example, I like to use it in so many lectures. Audio cassettes to CDs to DVDs to the cloud, to pen drives to the cloud. Audio cassettes came and went. Storage devices for the computer, my God, it started with audio cassettes. I do not know how many of you have had that computer where you would stick in, make a program with the computer, with your television as the screen and your audio cassette player with regular audio cassettes as the storage device. You connect all three and you spend hours typing a program, and during recording suddenly there is a power cut. All this effort of 2.5 hours, 3 hours gone waste. So that was the time, I mean, that is how I learned how to use a computer long time back. And then, you know, of course there were variations of this, and then we had these floppy disks, and we had 3.5-inch disks, and then we had pen drives, and then we had DVDs and CDs, and all of this came, and then suddenly there was the cloud. So hard drives, external hard drives, a lot of us carry those in our pockets, and nobody ever gets to see the real floppy disks anymore. I don't think there's any machine that uses those anymore. So necessity, changes in technology, and a whole bunch of people who knew how to make those, who knew how to use those, are now out. What do you do? So they have to be laid off. Let's come to retirement, various benefits that you can give to people who are retiring. You could give them a pension. You know, pension is what you assure them a certain amount of income, which is a percentage of what they used to earn when they were still in service, and you assure them this income till the end of their lives. So you tell them that, okay, we'll take care of you, and you know, it is a form of social security that is implemented here in India and in some other countries. You could also have a well-defined contribution plan. Excuse me. We have something like this in the government sector now, where the government helps you decide or insists that you contribute towards a pension plan. They don't want you to be a burden on society. So they say this is the minimum that you will be required to contribute towards your pension fund, and you keep putting some amount of money in it, and the government matches a percentage of it. Now if you want to put in more, the government will not match the additional part, but you keep putting in as much as you want, and the government matches a percentage of your total income and contributes to this pension fund. And when you retire, you get a lump sum, either you get it all together or you get it in installments. So different organizations have this kind of contributory, well defined pension plan or contribution plan. Okay. And then you would have layoffs. You would ask people to leave. Now how do you handle layoffs in small businesses? You need to be clear for the reason for the layoff. Retirement is, yes, people go and they take the golden handshake, I mean sorry, they take the money that's given to them and they move on. Then you also need to have, you have layoffs. How do you handle layoffs? Layoffs are when you ask people to leave. So you need to be clear about the reason for the layoff. You need to be sure of why you are laying people off. You need to explain the criteria for layoffs to your employees, and you need to take legal precautions for laying people off. How do you implement a layoff? You notify employees ahead of time. You develop layoff criteria. You communicate to laid off employees as sensitively as possible. You coordinate media relations. You maintain security, and you reassure survivors of the layoff. You tell them, you know, you let people know that they are going to be laid off. You develop some criteria. You let them know that they are going to be laid off because of these reasons. You communicate this fact to them in as sensitive a manner as possible. There is an English movie, I don't know if I should be mentioning the name here, and I hope I am right when I say this. I think the movie is called Up in the Air, where it's a story about two people who are, or about one person whose job is to lay off people. I think that was there in that movie. Again, I don't know if it's appropriate to mention it here, but anyway, so you know the way you fire people, he goes around the country and tells people that they are going to be fired. So anyway, so you coordinate, you let people, because people are going to be hurt when you tell them that they've lost their jobs. They don't know where the next meal is going to come from. They don't know whether you know, they'll be able to retain the house that they have bought for themselves. They may have made plans to put their children in a particular school or college, and suddenly those plans go kaput. So what do? So you know, they are not going to take it very well, and especially if you are not at fault and you are being laid off, it's going to hurt you. People have been known to have heart attacks, people have been known to have died when they hear the news of their being laid off. You know, they could be in debt and they could be counting on this job to help them get out of debt. People could have family members who are sick, who need expensive medical care. Suddenly you tell them that thank you very much, please don't come to the office from tomorrow. What do they do? And they are older in age and nobody else will hire them because the organization or the industry needs younger blood. So, one fine day you say, okay fine, you are 50 years old, please go, don't come back, and I don't care how you spend the rest of your life. Now, with longevity going up, the people are active, people can be productive till 70 or 80, so this person becomes a burden on society after a while. So, you know, it can be difficult, so we need to be nice to people. Then how do you coordinate media relations? Depending on the size of the layoff, depending on how many people are laid off, depending on the reasons for the layoff, human rights organizations may take you to task. They may ask you why you have made so many people suffer, and people could go up in arms against you, especially if the reasons for the layoff are not convincing enough, and that can get your organization into deep trouble. So, one has to know how to handle media relations and how to minimize the damage to one's public image. Layoffs are not easy for the employees, they are even more difficult for the organizations, and this is one of the problems. Maintaining security, if you lay off too many people, it could be a threat to your organization, and reassuring survivors of the layoff. Handling survivors of layoffs, reasons for survivor anxiety. When we talk about layoffs, survivors may feel uncomfortable, the people who are left behind may feel uncomfortable, there could be more work, there could be unsettling changes, there could be self-assessment of contribution, there could be guilt, there could be depression. So, all of these things you know, can happen and can add to the anxiety of the people who are left behind. Now, how do you keep up morale and performance of survivors? You let them know what you can control. You help them understand what you can control. You need to show appreciation to your employees and make work fun. You also need to find out, you know, you need to convince them that you are listening to what they have to say, and you need to help employees see the importance of their work. Some alternatives to layoffs: you could have employment policies, you could reduce the layoffs. You know, employment policies could be used to reduce the layoffs due to attrition. There could be a hiring freeze, there could be you could cut part-time employees, you could cut internships or co-ops, you could give subcontracted work to the in-house employees, you could give them voluntary time off, you could let them take some time off and come back, you could also give them leaves of absence, and you could maybe reduce work hours. So, these are some of the alternatives. You can build these things into your employment policies. And you could also make some changes to the job design. You could transfer some employees and put them in places where you do not have to give them so many benefits. You could relocate them. You could encourage job sharing. We have discussed job sharing earlier. You could even demote them, because if given a choice, there are some employees who might prefer to continue working with the organization at a lower salary till this time is you know, taken care of, instead of being completely out of a job. So, they may agree to a demotion, they may not like it, but they may agree to it because they are not able to find a job anywhere else. So, that could be one. Pay and benefits policies: you could freeze the pay. You can say, we are not going to give you any increments, we are not going to give any bonuses. You could have you could cut the overtime pay. You tell them not to come to work late, and you say you will just get your salary, and you could use vacation and leave days. You could cut down on their vacations. You could institute pay cuts. You could institute profit sharing or variable pay. You could train and retrain your employees. Okay. We've already discussed job sharing earlier, so I will not go into it. Again, we have discussed this in a previous lecture, but this can also be a part of this lecture. So, it is here. How do you administer benefits? We administer benefits using a flexible benefits program. One of the ways of administering benefits is using a flexible benefits programs. Flexible benefits program allows employees to choose from a selection of employer provided benefits such as vision care, dental care, health insurance, child care, etc. So, you have various types of benefits and you let people choose what they need. Some types of flexible benefits plans could be modular plans that consist of a series of different bundles of benefits or different levels of benefits coverage designed for different employee groups. So, you say okay, people at this level, say the lower management will get this bundle of benefits. People, middle management, you could give them more of say help with tuition fees for their children or care for their elderly aging parents and less of vacation benefits. So, I mean, I am not saying that they do not need it, but their needs would depend on their demographic status, their family size, family structure, family needs. So, these things might be more helpful for them. So, you say people between the age of say 30 to 40 or 30 to 50 will get more benefits in terms of parent and child care and less benefits in terms of vacations. And then after 50, most of us have lost one or both parents, and then so these benefits do not make so much sense to us. So, you say okay, after the age of 60 you will get more vacation benefits, for example, or care for your spouse or more health benefits at that point of time. So, that is a modular plan, different bundles for different people, different groups depending on various things. Core plus option plans consists of a core of essential benefits, health benefits, child care, family care, and either vacation or education or training or discounts, etc. So, one core set that this is what you will get, and then you can choose from this basket of benefits. Flexible spending accounts, individual employee accounts funded by the employer, the employee, or both. So, you could have spending accounts and you will say okay, this is your spending account, I will not ask you where the money is going, you spend it any way you want. And this is quite prevalent in the West. So, you say either you take the benefit or you take money in exchange for it, and that might be helpful for you. Some challenges: one is adverse selection when an employee uses a specific benefit more than the average employee does. For example, vacation days or cosmetic surgery or dental care, etc. If somebody is given dental care and you say okay, you can spend the person decides to use only dental care, and they get their braces, they get a whole bunch of things, and that ends up costing a lot more than the average cost of the company would have incurred for giving benefits to their employees. So, that is called adverse selection. Employees who make poor choices and later regret. So, it is a basket. So, we all get tempted, and so I will say okay, great, I will get this done and that done, and then I realize oh my god, I made a bad choice, and then you can't go back and say no, please give me something else. You have already used it or you have already decided it and the company has planned for it. Administrative complexity, especially when determining equivalence of various benefits. How do you decide which mix is going to be equivalent to what? So, dental care and child care and elderly care and vacations may not be at par with each other, and somebody could question you and say okay, well, so and so person is taking so many vacations, so this person is spending so much on dental care, why can't I, why can't you determine or why can't I do the same for taking care of my elderly parents, or why can't I spend the same amount of money on my education. So, you say either 1 year of education or 1 year of dental care, and 1 year of education may cost much lesser than 1 year of dental care. So, that could be a problem. You could also have unemployment insurance. Unemployment insurance deals with the provision, it is the provision of temporary income for people during periods of involuntary unemployment. Some conditions that you can use to deny unemployment insurance are an employee who quits voluntarily, somebody just leaves their job, you are not bound by law to give them unemployment insurance. An employee who is discharged for gross misconduct, you do not need to give them unemployment insurance. An employee who refuses an offer of suitable work. You tell the person to do some work and the person says, no, I will not do it. And if it is appropriate, suitable work and the person is qualified and says no to it, you can let them go and you don't have to give them any unemployment insurance. An employee who knowingly participates in activities that are unlawful or that can legally be considered as being harmful for the organization or country or the public good. Somebody engaging in illegal activities, somebody engaging in sabotage, somebody engaging in something that can hurt the organization is not entitled to unemployment insurance. Supplemental unemployment benefits also can be there. Additional benefits provided at the time of layoffs, so sometimes referred to as the golden handshake. For example, 6 months salary when a person is laid off. So this kind of thing also counts, it borders on unemployment insurance. How do you manage unemployment insurance? You hire short-term employees during short-term or limited-term crises. You audit all unemployment claims and you conduct exit interviews with all discharged employees to one, come to a mutual understanding on the reason for termination, let them know, convince them that they had to be terminated and let them know that if they file a false complaint, the company will defend it as much as possible within the purview of the law. Last topic for today's discussion is benefits communication. You need to tell people what they are entitled to and what they are not entitled to. The biggest challenge in this is increasing complexity of benefits packages always helps to retain very good employees, but what do you do with it? How do you manage it? So that becomes a big challenge. Employers' reluctance to devote enough resources to explain these complex packages to employees. So you have a complex package, but you don't know how to explain it to employees. Employees don't know what they're entitled to. They don't take benefit of it. And the organization saves money where it shouldn't be saving money. So it becomes a difficult thing for them, because sometimes these packages are very complex and people need to be told in a clear-cut manner as to what they can and cannot have. So that becomes a very big challenge, and that has to be dealt with very, very tactfully. So this is all I have for you today, and we will continue with more HR stuff in the next lecture. Thank you for listening.